Hey guys, it's Michael here to talk to you today about the foundation of health, item number one, which is air. So yeah, air is important. Go without it for very long, see what happens. Just hold your breath. So yeah, it's pretty much essential that our bodies have air. Most people think everything revolves around oxygen, which oxygen is very important. But in the air that we breathe, there's also nitrogen and 0.05% carbon dioxide. Yeah, try going without the carbon dioxide, see what happens. Not going to go well, just like without the oxygen, and the nitrogen plays a role as well. So there's a symbiotic balance of all the components of air, and our bodies desperately need all of them. So the first part that we're going to talk about is what we breathe, and basically the air is a quality. So if you're standing by the freeway or busy traffic and all that, you can feel the contaminants in the air. You go stand out in the middle of nowhere in nature, maybe by a river, waterfall, breathe that air, the air that you just feels really nice, feels healing, if you will. So yeah, the quality of air that we breathe is very important, and there's things that you can do to clean that up, especially in your house. You figure we spend a lot of time in our house or in our offices. There's things that we can do. People talk about these HEPA filters, spend a lot of money on these HEPA filters. In my opinion, yeah, they work. They get big solutes out of the air, stuff like that. It doesn't get the little particles. Frankly, the little particles are what I'm most concerned about. Those are the ones that can really hurt you. So there are different. Yeah, so like I mentioned, you out in nature, by a waterfall or right after a rainstorm, the air just smells super clean. There's an action that nature does that super cleans the air. It uses hydroxyls and negative ions to clean up the air. So in the workplace, in the home, you don't really want to be creating hydroxyls. They're completely dangerous, akin to ozone, just a little bit different makeup of the molecules. But negative ions, yeah, they're really good for you. They do a lot for cleaning up big particles, little particles, all of it, and that's kind of that nice crisp smell in the air. You smell those negative ions. So as far as cleaning the air in your environment, I really like the negative ion option as opposed to these HEPA filters and ultra HEPA and super HEPA, and yeah, I'm not buying it. So the other thing is how we breathe. So how we breathe is very important. You got to breathe. A lot of people that I work with, they're breathing using half their lung capacity, breathing rapidly, breathing through their mouth. It's improper breathing. So there is a right way to breathe. So basically, if your belly's not coming out when you breathe, you didn't make room for the diaphragm to drop. So when the diaphragm pulls down, negative pressure in the lungs, that's what draws the air into your lungs, so your body can use it. There's another component about when the diaphragm moves that a lot of people don't think about, completely overlook. Anyway, it runs across the vagus nerve. That's part of how the body knows to get the signaling to calm you down. So everybody knows deep breathe, box breathe. I even heard somebody call it square breathing. Wow, I kind of laughed when I heard square breathing. But anyway, when your diaphragm moves, it moves against, like I said, the vagus nerve. There's other nerves and some other actions that take place, but that's what gives you the calming effect. That signals the vagus nerve. Tell your brain that you're breathing deep, you're getting oxygen, and that's going to help you out a lot. So proper breathing technically, yeah, digress. Sorry, Colton, you're going to have to edit some. Yeah, so proper breathing basically means if your shoulders come up, you're doing it wrong. When you breathe, you don't want your shoulders to come up. You just want your diaphragm to be able to drop, and your belly has to get out of the way. And yeah, I get it. We all want to appear thin and not have a big belly, but get over it. Move your belly out of the way so your diaphragm can drop, so you get a full breath of air. I'll get into some breathing practices more, especially if you're an athlete or you want to do some of these techniques to help you get out of fight or flight, calm your nervous system, drop that cortisol level. We don't want high cortisol levels because it's catabolic. So, yeah, that's a quick little jaunt into air. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.